Welcome to WhatIfVerse, where curiosity meets the impossible. Every day, we explore questions that push the limits of imagination and science. So today, let us look up and ask something cosmic. What if the moon slowly drifted away from Earth? Or even left us completely? Right now, this isn't entirely science fiction. The truth is, the moon is already drifting away, about 3.8 centimeters every year. That's roughly the speed your fingernails grow. It happens because of something called tidal friction. Earth's rotation creates tides that pull slightly ahead of the moon, transferring energy and pushing it outward while Earth's spin gradually slows. It's a cosmic dance that's been happening since the very beginning. When the moon first formed, probably after a massive collision with a Mars-sized object 4.5 billion years ago, it was much closer to Earth, maybe only 20,000 kilometers away. Back then, it would have looked enormous in the sky, hundreds of times brighter than today. But over billions of years, it drifted out to its current distance, around 384,000 kilometers. So yes, the moon is slowly leaving us. But what if that process sped up? What if, in the far future, it drifted so far that it no longer orbited Earth at all? At first, it might not seem like a big deal. The change would be gradual, something no one notices within a lifetime. But fast forward millions of years, and the night sky begins to change. The moon grows smaller, dimmer, more distant. The familiar glow that guided humanity for all of history starts to fade. And then, the first real difference hits us: the darkness. The moon reflects sunlight and softly illuminates our nights. Without it, the world would be far darker than most of us have ever experienced. For much of human history, the moon was our nightlight. Guiding travelers, inspiring poets, helping farmers know when to plant, and setting the rhythm for tides and time itself. Without that light, nights would feel endless, eerie, and still. In rural areas with little artificial light, it would be pitch black. You'd step outside on a moonless night and barely see your own hands. Animals would suffer first. Many creatures rely on moonlight to navigate, hunt, or reproduce. Sea turtles use the glimmer of the moon to find the ocean after hatching. Birds migrate by its light. Even certain fish and corals spawn with the moon's phases. Take that away, and entire ecosystems would lose their rhythm. Predators might lose their hunting patterns. Prey could become overpopulated or vanish. Nature would fall out of sync, and that's only the beginning. The moon doesn't just light up the night. It pulls on our oceans, creating tides. Without that pull, tides would shrink dramatically. Coastlines would grow still. Beaches would no longer breathe in and out. The shallow zones where life thrives, crabs, clams, fish, would collapse. The ripple effect would reach up the food chain, affecting seabirds, marine mammals, and humans too. Coastal fisheries might vanish. Coral reefs could bleach faster without tidal mixing. Even the rhythm of the sea, that steady pulse that shaped Earth's coasts for billions of years, would fade into silence. The moon is, quite literally, the heartbeat of our oceans. Without it, the heart stops beating. But the moon's influence goes even deeper. It keeps our planet stable. Earth spins on a tilted axis, about 23.5 degrees. That tilt gives us seasons: warm summers, cold winters, and everything in between. The moon's gravity acts like a stabilizing weight, keeping that tilt steady. Without it, Earth's axis could wobble wildly over thousands of years. The North Pole might slowly drift, pointing toward different stars. Seasons could flip unpredictably. Imagine summer snow in what used to be the tropics, or frozen deserts where rainforests once thrived. We actually have proof that this can happen. Mars, which has no large moon to stabilize it, wobbles dramatically. Its tilt swings between 10 and 60 degrees over time. Without our moon, Earth could behave the same way. Ice ages might appear suddenly and vanish just as fast. The planet could swing between extremes, scorching heat and global frost. Civilizations would struggle to adapt. Our stable climate, which made agriculture and cities possible, might never have existed at all. And there's another effect: Earth's spin. As the moon drifts away, Earth's rotation slows down, making our days longer. But if the moon were gone entirely, the reverse could happen. Other forces, like the sun's gravity, might eventually make Earth spin slightly faster again. Days could shorten from 24 hours to 22 or even 20. That may sound convenient, but faster spin means stronger winds, more chaotic weather, and intense storms. Imagine hurricanes twice as frequent, jet streams gone wild, and shifting climate zones that make farming unpredictable. And speaking of the climate, losing the moon could throw our entire weather system into chaos. The moon helps keep Earth's tilt steady, which in turn regulates temperature and seasons. Without that balance, deserts could move, rainforests could dry, and new ice caps could form where they never existed before. It would be climate roulette. Imagine living in a world where no one could predict what next year's weather would bring: scorching drought or freezing blizzards. Over generations, human populations might migrate constantly, chasing stability that never comes. Civilization itself could fracture under the stress. Even inside the planet, the moon plays a role. Its gravitational tug slightly flexes Earth's crust and mantle, creating heat and helping drive tectonic activity. Without it, Earth's core could cool faster, leading to fewer volcanoes and slower tectonic movement. At first, that might sound peaceful. Fewer earthquakes and eruptions. But those same processes recycle carbon and minerals, maintaining our atmosphere and supporting life. So losing the moon might one day mean losing the delicate balance that keeps Earth alive. If the moon kept drifting, it could eventually reach the edge of Earth's gravitational hold, a boundary called the Hill Sphere, around 1.5 million kilometers away. Beyond that, it would escape entirely and start orbiting the sun, becoming something like a small, wandering planet. From Earth, it would appear smaller and smaller, until one night it's just another bright dot among the stars. No more lunar eclipses painting the sky red, no more familiar glow hanging over the ocean. Just emptiness where the moon used to be. That loss would be more than scientific. It would be emotional. The moon has been part of humanity's story from the very beginning. It's in our myths, our music, our languages. It's been a symbol of time, love, change, and mystery. Without it, our connection to the night sky would feel incomplete. Would we still tell stories about the moon if it were gone? Would children still look up in wonder, or would the night feel just a little more lonely? But humanity adapts. We always do. If the moon drifted away, maybe we'd build machines to mimic what it once did. Giant tidal generators to move the oceans. Artificial satellites positioned to help stabilize Earth's tilt. Perhaps even huge orbital mirrors reflecting sunlight back to Earth, creating a kind of artificial moonlight. We could imitate nature's balance, but not its beauty. We might preserve stability, but lose something deeper, the sense of connection to something timeless. And perhaps, in the far future, when technology allows, humans might even try to pull the moon back, to restore what was lost. Imagine colossal engines or gravitational harnesses slowly guiding it home over centuries. A cosmic act of reunion between planet and moon. Science becoming myth once again. So, what do you think? If the moon drifted away, would humanity adapt? Or would Earth slowly unravel without its ancient companion? Tell us in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through the What If verse, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because every day, we dive into a new what if that challenges how we see the universe. In the What If verse, every question is just the beginning.